Guys, we have an urgent information coming out. Earth just got hit by a stealth solar storm no one saw coming. Now, this happened last night, and it's kind of strange because I did a lot of research on this one here. There was no information of an incoming solar storm or anything heading towards our way. Now, the quiet arrival offers another indication that the sun is moving into the declining phase of its 11-year cycle. So, yeah, we're going to see what's going on with this one here. Once again, planet Earth just got hit. All right, guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. And for those of you that want to help and support the channel, we do have the Cash App link and a PayPal link in the comments box and also the description box. Once again, thank you so much for your support. Guys, there's been a lot of reports on X. People are saying ever since the solar flare, animals are acting strange. People have more headaches. And it just, some weird behavior going on. So again, I live in the state of Florida, so we didn't see no northern lights. But again, if you live up there like New York or Canada or those regions, or even certain parts of Europe, if you guys are experiencing headaches or if your animal is acting strange, just leave comments down below. But one thing I tell you, Earth is getting hit. There are signs of the heavens, and we are seeing it. We are definitely seeing it. Okay, so let's go down here and see what's going on. A stealth solar storm hit Earth yesterday on November 20th. It arrived without warning and may have contributed to auroras visible at mid-latitudes. Man, how in the world did we miss that? How in the world did we miss that? It's just strange. There's another video on the right side. That's the latest updates. But how in the world did we miss this here? This event didn't trigger a geomagnetic storm. However, such solar storm or coronal mass ejections are still exciting because they erupt almost undetected and disrupt the solar wind conditions around Earth. Now, they are generally more common when the sun enters the declining phase of its 11-year solar cycle, the periodic rise and fall in the sun's magnetic activity. A regular CME, coronal mass ejection, is usually obvious in solar data. Now, these eruptions involve bright flares, sudden changes in extreme ultraviolet light or large loops visibly lifting off the sun's surface. Coronagraphs typically capture them as billowing cloud-like structures emanating from the sun. The stealth coronal mass ejections are the opposite. They erupt quietly. And that's the one you need to be careful. I mean, those quiet ones is the one that you need to be careful. They erupt quietly without flares or any bright signatures. Wow. Okay. They tend to be faint, slow moving, and very hard to track. The way I could explain this, you see a crocodile coming towards you. You don't see a jellyfish coming towards you. And you guys been to the beach, again, jellyfish, they sting. They sting. All right, so they're very painful. So, but again, you can see a crocodile, alligator, shark, and stuff like that, to get out of dodge. All right, but when it comes to jellyfish, it's hard to track. Because of that, scientists usually only spot stealth coronal mass ejection after they arrive at Earth and disrupt the solar wind. Wow. It says here that exactly what happened on November 20th when NOAA space weather forecaster reported that solar wind conditions on November 20th were dominating by negative polarity coronal hole high-speed stream with a possible embedded transit which could indicate a stealth coronal mass ejection. The magnetic field carried by the solar wind, normally around 4 to 6 nanoteslas, briefly spiked to 18 nanotesla at 9:20 a.m. Eastern Time, while solar wind speeds hovered between 400 up to 500 kilometers higher than the usual background levels that flow near Earth. There will be signs in the sun, in the moon, and the stars. Jesus Christ said those words. Stealthy, hashtag solar storm, are back. Space weather physicist Tamitha wrote in a post on X, they are stealthy because they have no signature on disk or coronagraph imagery. We only detect them when they arrive at Earth. Expect only minor storming with this one at high latitudes, but some of them can cause strong storming when they launch near high-speed streams. Now, again, I know a couple of people that said they've been having headaches, a lot of headaches up north. And that's a possibility. I mean, I searched it up and it said that yes, sometimes solar storm could cause headaches. Again, then you have the satellites could be disrupted, power grid could be impacted. So this is very powerful event from the sun that is, hitting planet Earth. But I haven't seen like any videos of animals acting strange or birds going nuts and stuff like that. I haven't seen none of that. Auroras reported overnight from mid-latitudes, including Maine and Denmark, could have been the result of this stealthy coronal mass ejection combined with the effects of the fast solar wind stream from a coronal hole. Once again, aurora is visible into mid-latitudes over North America right now. This is the view from Maine. Beautiful red and sunlit blue/purple rays and pillars. Note the Big Dipper sitting over the northern horizon. I have families that live up there in Maine. This happened yesterday, 6:26 p.m. Eastern Time, November 20th. The high-speed stream helped boost geomagnetic activity slightly, meaning auroras stretched slightly farther than their usual background high-latitude range. Give me a second here. Let me just click this really quick. Here's another picture. This happened again November 20th, last night. This happened in Hobro in Denmark. See, I live way down south. I live in the Sunshine State, Florida. The only thing we get is like the Sahara dust that comes from Africa. And when it blows towards the Caribbean and the state of Florida, when the sun goes down, you see that beautiful purple pink color. It's just the amazing artwork of God. It's just a beautiful view. That's the only thing we get. It's similar to something like that, but again, those are light, and the other one is just the dust that the sun is hitting. It says here, why stealth coronal mass ejection matter? Well, stealth coronal mass ejections are a known challenge for space weather forecasting. A 2021 study found that stealth eruption can originate from quiet regions of the sun, yet still produce strong magnetic signatures in space. Now, the authors note that stealth coronal mass ejection pose many problems for space weather forecasting because their signatures are extremely faint and require multi-wavelength, multi-angle observation to identify. Stealth coronal mass ejection arise from quiet regions on the sun with weak, simple magnetic fields, conditions that become more common during the declining phase of a solar cycle. It may seem counterintuitive since we just had a near G5, but we just had an early sign of solar minimums approach. That G5 was the biggest one of 2025. That G5 was like down the history books, a 2025 biggest solar flare eruption. It didn't impact the power grid, but it did cause radio blackouts. Now give me a second here, guys. Oh, here we go. I want to see what Now, 21 hours ago, Michael, big shout out to Mike. He put out this information here 21 hours ago. It seemed like Mike might have an idea that this thing was coming. So, yeah. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Wow. I think it's bigger than the sun itself. All right, give me a second here. So, big shout out to Michael. A new fast moving coronal mass ejection just blasted up the far side of the sun, and the speed on this one is impressive. It's not Earth directed, but fast coronal mass ejection usually mean the magnetic fields involved were very strong. If this region rotates into view soon, we'll be watching. Here's the thing. He said that it's not Earth directed, meaning that it was not going to hit Earth. But we saw something yesterday. All right, so this was posted 4:31 p.m. November 20th. So something happened yesterday. Earth got hit. Give me 1 second here, guys. I'm trying to see if I can find any more updates on this one here. Yeah, I'm not seeing much information, but yeah. But I want to show you something really quick here, guys. I posted a video earlier today, and it was 3i Atlas, and it went around the sun. But let me see if I can find it here really quick. And it was a video that NASA just released not too long ago. Give me a second here. Let me see if I can find it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to just give me a minute here. I'm looking for it right now, and I did post it today, but I want to show it on this channel. So it's a shocking footage from NASA. Oh, I haven't uploaded the video yet. Okay, so this video is coming. Yeah, this video is coming up pretty soon. So look at this here. See that? That's 3i Atlas. Let me play one more time. Ever since it went around the sun, there's been so much solar flare going on. All right, so what are your thoughts on this? That is 3i Atlas. That thing is massive. Give me a second here. I'm going to have to refresh it really quick. Here we go. I want to pause it right. Give me a second here. That's 3i Atlas, and you got the sun right here. All right, you see that disc? That's the sun. All right, and that's 3i Atlas. That thing is massive. You look at all that. Just, And so ever since it went around the sun, it's been again, the sun has been releasing all that solar flare. I mean, G5 and multiple states were declaring emergency grid warning and stuff like that. But NASA is releasing some more stuff, and I did post this. I mean, I'm gonna upload this video over my third channel. But what are your thoughts on this, guys? Leave comments down below. But yeah, that's what's going on. Some very powerful events happening. It's the signs of the heavens. Thank you so much for watching, guys. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $5 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream. We go live once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.